Welcome in, everybody. Happy Monday. Just gonna give everyone a couple to come join us. We had a very pleasant day at the Panera Bread here in Long Beach. Stayed there all day. I got there just after 6 a.m. and I didn't leave there until after 4 in the afternoon. But we got a few shorts made, and I got my bio on YouTube updated. I'm gonna take another shot here at the Twitch bio. Waiting for someone to come say hi, so just keep my eyes peeled. My friend is swinging by tonight, so. My friend likes cars, so I don't know what he's gonna roll up in. I will say this place is a mess tonight. Everyone's just parking all over the place. I see 9 dogs right now. I should start quieting down here in probably about an hour and a half. I think we got some games going on. At least one I know of. But yeah, we got some content pushed out today. I'm going to try something new in the morning. We are going to try, I'm going to try doing some action shots. In-game photography is its own category of thing. I don't know, I kind of want to, I have an idea in my head and I kind of just want to try it out. And, Nets are sending Nick Claxton to the Bulls. Good deal. I don't know, I have this idea, this vision of some things that I could do with some of these characters, and I'm just blown away. You guys got to remember, when I started playing this game just over a year ago, about 53 weeks ago, I started playing this game. It had only been out for 6 months. There was no guarantee this game would still be here today. It is a free to download game, so if the game wasn't successful, they just pull the plug on the server and the game just stops being available. But the game's still here. Not only is it still here, but it's a top 15 game in popularity in the world. So to just have continued to see the game continue to rise in popularity, and to see that at this stage I get an opportunity to maybe try to do some different things. We still haven't, I don't think we've found my niche yet. So yeah, we'll try the in-game photography thing. I have an idea. So we'll do a little mini project in the morning, and just gonna slowly start. Just to try something different, guys. Trying something different. And then I got some more, I gotta do some more long form. But, Julia, how was your day? Did you get up to anything good? I actually don't know what the weather is tonight either. I should have looked that up earlier. It was kind of not really a hot day here. So, just work today. Hey Ann, sorry your name came up green. Green is definitely not helpful for me right now. Give us like 20 minutes and I'll be able to see your name. Ann, how's your day been? Everything good? Get up to anything good today? Good to hear. You took a friend to the airport? Nice. Which airport? San Diego? Yeah, I wouldn't miss an excuse to pick someone up from the San Diego airport. Pick up or drop off. That's not a bad visit. I don't know how you guys have that airport there. Julia, anyone else here in the chat? If you guys have not flown in or out of San Diego, it's like if you opened up the window of the airplane and threw a rock, you'd hit downtown. It's like right there. Hey, Dros. Man, why is this platform giving me dark colors? It is better than LAX. It 100% is better than LAX. LAX is a shit show. We've covered this in my content before, and this will continue to be a statement that will never ever change. If you are landing at LAX and that person is coming to pick you up, it means that person loves you. There's very, very, very few things you can do in this world to prove your love to somebody. Being willing to go pick them up at LAX, that's one of those things. You also know how many times my wife and I just like, yo, you gonna take an Uber? I lived like 12 minutes away from the airport, guys. We actually picked each other up a lot when it was like, we knew what time it was busy and when it wasn't busy, like when it was a shit show. The general rule was when it's a shit show, yo, get a car. But it was something we discussed. It wasn't like we were both being jerks to one another. Yeah, LAX is just a shit show. I hate that fucking airport. I have nothing positive to say about that airport. The traffic down in San Diego area tends to be a little bit more accident prone. I could see that. You get a different type of like California down in San Diego. Like you got the young folks, the people that are 20 to like, 40s, early 50s. I would say that's like your living life demographic, 20s to 50s. But you also have a really, really heavy retirement community in some communities out there. So you'll get the 70 and 80-year-old drivers around town too, kind of mixed in. That's never fun. Not to mention, that whole county is just full of breweries. If you ever moved to San Diego and you need a hobby and you like beer, I think you could challenge yourself to drink your way through all the breweries in the county, and I don't think you would quite get there. I mean, at a certain point in time, you would get close, but then places would start shutting down and new places would start opening up, and you gotta like, that'd be a cool hobby to kind of keep up on. You don't drink, Ann? I'm a social drinker these days. I say that, and life's about to get a little wild. It has been a while since I've had a drink. And every time I see certain people, they're like, dude, you just need to drink more alcohol. So, you think Santa's going to get better, though, in the future? I think so, too. I think we need to get to a place where specifically the ins and outs of kind of getting through the border and stuff is a little bit more easygoing. I'd love for them to redo that crossing and maybe add a few more lanes. Maybe add an additional express lane each way. I think that would be beneficial too. And I would love to see, like, because people don't realize, like, San Diego and Tijuana, like, that is a metro area. Tijuana's in Mexico, San Diego's in the United States and California. Like, that is a metropolitan area. You literally just drive down to San Diego. Like, your last exit, you guys, in San Diego before you go into Tijuana, it's a fucking exit to the outlets. You can go shop at Nike and get Ben & Jerry's. Like, it's literally like, and then you go through the border crossing and then you're in Tijuana. Like, it's like that. You've been in California for so long, you've only gone to some parts of it. Rose, I have to be real. I've born and raised in this state. I did not move out of the state until I was like 16. Yeah. Summer of 05. I was like 16 and a half, I think, when I finally moved out of the state. You never crossed the border, Ann? It's a good time. You gotta get one of these. Hang on, let me cover up anything super important like that. You gotta get one of these because they take this card at the crossing. And this is like the most useful thing for your passport ID card and it will make it a little bit faster. It's a passport card. So that's my passport card. I'm trying to cover up the important numbers, but letting you see it all. Yeah, it's a passport card. Yeah, just next time you renew, it's like an extra like $20, maybe 40, maybe. Oh shit, guys, my renewal's next year. December of 2027, mind you, so I got like a year and a half, but like still I need to get a mailing address and get some paperwork submitted on that shit. I can't be losing my passport. I might be seeking asylum somewhere. But yeah, I would like to see that open up more. But going back to Rose's statement about living in California. So I moved away when I was 16 and a half, came back when I was 28, almost 29. So I was gone for 12 years. Found out to asylum. So outside of those 12 years, I've lived in California. Rose, you've been here 25 years, so I've lived here 25 years, plus some change. I'm 37. Thailand or Japan? So that's where you would seek asylum from? Japan. I'm going to do a stint in Thailand at some point, but anywho, getting off topic. California, yeah. So I've lived here, yeah, same amount of years, basically, Rose. And I came back a lot when I was living in Utah because my grandparents lived in Rancho Cordova. There's still a lot of places. And I was an Eagle Scout. I was a Boy Scout. I had to get all 50 of my camping nights. Plus I had to get my overnights for hiking, which can't necessarily on a couple of your snow nights also. You got to get your snow nights in. So I've camped, I've gone to ball games, I've done baseball tournaments, I've done all types of shit all up and down the coast. Everything from Legoland. I did Disneyland once when I was 5. I've never been to Disneyland other than when I was 5 years old. All these things, Lake Tahoe, everything. And there's still places I haven't really been to. I don't even know what is in the northeastern corner of California. I know Shasta and the Redwoods up there. I've been to Eureka like 2 or 3 times. But like, man, like you don't really go up to like that part of California all that much. I've actually never been to Death Valley, and that's kind of a shame. It's like right fucking here. I don't know how I've never done that. I've driven through but never done Joshua Tree. And then southwestern corner of California, I couldn't tell you what I know there's a town called Mexicali or something like that down there. I got no idea what's going on, Rose, in that part of California. So you're not alone in not having seen huge sections. I haven't driven through. We went to Joshua Tree one time. I haven't driven through Central Coast in a long time. Like the whole Big Sur trip and stuff. That's a really nice. That's a beautiful road trip. I should do that again. And even like parts of like Eastern California along the Nevada border, like obviously I spent tons of time crossing the border along the 15 down here in SoCal, and many times Highway 50, 80, Interstate 80 up in Sacramento. Then of course I've gone through Yosemite many times, like going out to Mono Lake, which is on the east side of Yosemite. You'll get dumped out over there. Haven't spent, outside of those specific areas, I haven't spent a lot of time in Eastern California. Yeah, it's so diverse too. I mean, Redwood's up north. The whole coast is so diverse. You've got beaches all along SoCal that are obviously world-renowned. Mind you, most of these beaches are man-made, but our coastline's actually naturally pretty rocky. Sand is shipped in all along the LA County coast, pretty much the whole coast, to make the beaches that we have in LA. but yeah, there's tons of cool beaches and stuff. And then of course you have snowy areas all throughout the Sierras. We get tons of snow. 80 going through Donner Summit has to be one of the scariest drives in America. Has to be. It's got to be a top 10 scariest drive in America. Long day today. Sounds good, Julia. Have a good night. Yeah, Donner Pass, named after the Donner Party that ate each other when they got stranded up there. Yeah. I've chosen to, like, hey, Grandma and Grandpa, I'm gonna leave 2 days early because I see what's coming. See you in 4 or 5 months. I'll just shoot out to Utah early. I've literally gone over Donner, just gone straight into Reno and like got in a motel and just crashed in a motel in Reno, and then done the last 6.5 hours from there. But just, I don't want it. I will drive across that desert in the storm. I will not drive across Donner anymore in a snowstorm. I did, Anne. I did eat today. So I do not really have many funds for food for tomorrow or anything, though. I got enough for breakfast in the morning. That's about it. I think we are going to need to try to find a way to get inside, guys, tomorrow. This is going to be night number 4 in a row. This is going to be 8 nights in the last 10 outside. I think it's time for some laundry. That's one thing. I'm just announcing it now. I'll probably drop something in Discord tonight. But I do have an update. The good news that I shared is still happening. So, like, if I go... What's happening over here? I gotta do laundry. I need to get some rest, and I also need to find a way to like get a stream in. I haven't exactly shared it, Natalie. What's in Discord is all I've shared. I want to see this go through first. I don't think it's not going to go through. I had an update and chat with him earlier, so I'm feeling. Yeah, like I said, right now I don't have anything, so. But yeah, I think I'll So I think I'll crash out here tonight. I will go back to Panera in the morning. A reminder, I get free drinks there with that Sips Club thing. So it's been great. It's already paid for just from the weekend. We're just drinking free drinks all day now. But I'll just go over there, get a cup of coffee, and I got enough for like a bagel or something. And then I'll spend my morning there. They're all really cool with me. They gave me a cookie today. It was pretty cool. And then I'm gonna have to come back to this park because I have my Tuesday appointment with the city medical team. Guys, it's like, I thought it was cool at first, and now that it's starting to sink in on my dude, it's really sketchy that like they're sending a fucking nurse practitioner, a counselor, and a caseworker to come and visit me every single week. Maybe I'm not fully recognizing how bad my situation is. I don't know. Anywho, I do have that appointment tomorrow, and then I think after that, like, obviously I don't have to be in Long Beach again for... No, that's true. So, without going into further detail, if we were to go maybe get a few nights and, you know, just send a message out to you guys or whatever on Discord and coordinate with a few of you. If we get a few nights over at Greenwall Place again. Blue Wall Place again? I think we decided it was green. It's green to me. I can get some rest, do some laundry, and I will not have to walk or Uber back. It would be a one-way Uber. Or I could hoof it again. I really should. I will say, someone sent me a Panera gift card, which is why I even went to Panera in the first place. Literally, the Panera in Long Beach is right next to a McDonald's. I've been going to that McDonald's for months and months. My first time going into that Panera was just this last Friday. And I joined the Sips Club like the next day. And then I realized like they're super cool, and they're like, yeah, just like don't be obnoxious, don't make loud noises, and don't be like coming in here if you smell awful. So like I got that covered. I got deodorant this weekend. And last week, I haven't received anything from the Amazon cart recently, but while the medical team was checking in on me, they actually brought me some of these. So I've been using them. I got like 4 left. There's only 8 inside here. So I've been using these so that I'm being respectful inside, but like I said, I stayed in the Panera Bread from 10 in the morning until like 4:15 p.m. today. But I was eating there this weekend, and even though I'm not supposed to be eating all the bread and stuff there, I do feel a little better as of like yesterday, today. I feel a little better. I think it says something about the fucking shit I've been eating. I'm kind of looking at the budget, and they have like a 2 for $5 kind of thing, and I'm kind of like looking at maybe how I can maybe eat breakfast at a specific time and then maybe do that a little bit later on the day. And that's what I tried doing today. I ate at like 1:30, 1:45 today. And I'm kind of seeing if I were just to do that, maybe it'll be enough where I could maybe make a small shift to just spending, maybe $2.75 more on a healthier meal there, and just not doing McDonald's twice a day. Because I'm also going to be able to start getting an income here, it looks like, as soon as maybe this weekend, but probably maybe next week. And that's something I'm looking forward to doing. So my new boss supports all my content creation stuff too. So cool bananas. We just got to take care of some things this week first. But yeah, maybe just get inside, get some rest, and then we're gonna have a nice upgrade here. We are going into full-fledged, like, content creationness. Yeah, I've done that as well, Anne. I've done that as well. But believe it or not, Anne, it's still cheaper to go to McDonald's and get a meal deal. Will do, Anne. I promise you, if you go look at the sandwiches at Ralph's or Vaughn's, they're like $6.50 now. I'm not fucking around either. I have watched, it's been like neck and neck, a McDonald's meal deal and a fucking sandwich or a garden salad at the grocery store. And it's like they just do this with inflation. And I'm like, what the hell is the matter with you? But the reason I tend to drift towards the McDonald's is because the McDonald's keeps you fuller for longer. Also, it comes with a drink. I got nothing better to do, so. Yeah, I do the chicken pot pies sometimes as like a snack when I'm in the motel and I have access to like a fridge and a microwave. So. But yeah, there's some cool creative ways I can work with their menu. I also get rewards as part of their Sips Club. So like, I think it was Sunday night. Yeah, it was last night I decided before I came down here and do live, I decided to get something and I just used one of the rewards to basically get a sandwich for like $4. Like a steak sandwich with like onions and stuff on it and like an Asiago bun. It was pretty good. So I just need, the biggest thing is just I need to be able to use their power and internet. And right now with me being on foot, that is only like a few miles away versus the library, which is way further away. So they're definitely going to keep on taking advantage of the free drinks and stuff over there. And if we're staying there a little bit longer, we'll try to see what we can do to not just be that guy. But I'm definitely going to keep on using their power and Wi-Fi, I think, for probably the foreseeable future. I can do that Sips Club thing for $7.50 in July and August as well. So like, I can basically just be getting free coffee there every single morning until September 20th. And if I want to do it after September 20th, it's $14.99. Like 2 cups of coffee and that thing is paid for. How is this not like the most popular thing in America? And it's like actually pretty good coffee, you guys. Like, it's not Dunkin' Donuts coffee. I had 4 options today, if you include decaf. And it includes tea. You're a sucker for Little Caesars. True story, I had Little Caesars for like the first time since like college. Not too long after I ended up out here. And it made me convulse. So did McDonald's. And McDonald's isn't like I do like McDonald's. I don't have an issue with McDonald's, but like I didn't like go eat McDonald's very regularly. I'm one of those guys like, oh, hey, I have a baseball game and it's at 7:30 in the morning. I'm going to stop at McDonald's and get myself a McMuffin. Like, I'm one of those kinds of guys. But when I started eating there, like getting the hot and spices and that kind of thing, you like the mini puff, pepperoni puffs? I've tried those as well. When I started eating at McDonald's more regularly, that's sick. I've kind of gone through that. The bottom of the barrel was Taco Bell. That has been the worst thing. And I still can't do Taco Bell. Oh, so the other thing that's going to start next week. Actually, I'm going to start this on the 1st, I'm going to make this a clean jump, I will be able to start going to the gym. So we got some good stuff cooking. Like I said, when certain things start happening in the right way, I told you guys that there's the potential here for me to... I tend to like not do anything and then all of a sudden I shoot up like a fucking bottle rocket. I don't really know. Natalie, none of this is gonna fix my health. I'm still likely not gonna be here in November, December. Sometimes with my little seizures. I could eat healthy and go to the gym twice a day, every single day. All that stuff, I still will unlikely be here in November or December. So, a reminder to please, 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 yes. I've been saying, I started sharing this with you guys like in late April. I started sharing this with everybody. That's why I came to Long Beach and sought out the Reach team, and that's why they're sending a team of people to come check on me every Tuesday morning. $5 says 130 over 70 tomorrow again, guys. So Ponatella, I was diagnosed with this in 2022. For 13 months, I did exactly what I was told, and everything was fine. Everything was cool. Until I went in for a follow-up appointment in 2023, and I found out that it got worse. Some of you guys recall I went to the emergency room on January 27th. There were a number of contributing factors, but there was certainly something underlying. I'm good. This is mostly what we talk about in my counseling sessions on Tuesday now. Kind of going through that process on my end. Try to keep my head up, and we're seeing what we can do. I don't think I've ever at any point in time said that it's my heart. So it's a chest issue. And Ponatella, that is not at all correct. I actually do have a genetic heart condition called IHSS. There is no such thing as you can just get heart surgery to fix something. Like, that's not a thing. Your heart is kind of an extraordinarily vital organ. I feel it. There's like an attack kind of like building up, similar to what I had in January, because remember, I've now had 2 of those. But yeah, it's just... it's complicated, guys. The other reason I'm not sharing, and I'm not going to share with anyone what's going on with me, like I'm literally just going to die with this and we're just going to let that be that, is because I tried sharing with a number of my friends back in 2023 when I realized for the doctors how serious it was, and just like, so I just kind of got over it. But it is a struggle each day. It's a major struggle each day. Not the sun's on. But yeah, I'll drop a line in Discord, I think after the stream tonight, and yeah, I think that sounds like a plan. Ponatella, that is a very personal question, but I have given you a very clear answer and indication as to my current status. But for this particular one, they do know what to do. Unfortunately, it is something that notoriously I have had. The medications just don't work on me, guys. So we gave that a shot in 2023, and then, yeah, so. So the funny part was just like, of course, I just happened to have that attack in January, and they just happened to send me to the ER at the hospital that I went to in 2023 for my appointment. So, like, of course they were able to pull up all that fucking information. I hate people. But once we get into a stable situation, oh yeah, it's yeah. Once we hit January, you guys, once that attack happened in January, I haven't been the same. And like I shared, I've been sharing this now for about 2 or 3 weeks. I was in better health the week, 2 weeks after the attack in January, in early February. I was in better health than I am now. So that's why the city is sending 3 or 4 people to come visit me every Tuesday morning. But yeah, so we'll crash here tonight, visit with them. I'll go back to Panera. I got an idea again for a little artistic development here in the morning, along with some of my other busy work. And then, yeah, we'll see if maybe we can get inside and get some rest, get some laundry in. I need to get a stream in. I need to get some internet. I cannot believe that my hotspot worked again today to log into the game. That was pretty wild. Okay, Anne. As for so Wednesday, I should have some news to share with you guys on Wednesday. That's kind of turned into the theme, Natalie. And it's like, I don't know, it's kind of unfortunate. Like, I really appreciate everyone's help. For the longest time, I just never really asked for help. I think heading into July, August of last summer, I had asked like 8 or 9 times for help. And then we needed to start asking a little bit more, but I don't know. I think I was in better spirits. Like, I had this community behind me, and obviously many of you are still here. I really appreciate you guys all being here and having my back. But a lot of people left, and it's very grateful for their help, but at the same time, it's not having that support at this juncture has been a little bit challenging for me. Getting indoors would, like, both getting in and out, indoors and outdoors, whatever it is, bouncing in and out, that helps. Being indoors for extended periods helps. Getting inside of an apartment would help a little bit. But yeah, my underlying conditions just... yeah. So I also have the OCD issue. I know what to do for that. We are just gonna have to figure out, this is gonna be tough. I'm 37 years old, you guys. This is gonna be so fucking hard. I'm trying to set a goal. I don't think I can get that. The city doctor, too, already told me that I have to go see a specialist. Because I already got treatment when I was 14 years old. So that was, 2003? So we know SSRIs don't work on me, so I can't use that to bridge the gap. Yeah, that's gonna be a really long road. I also learned something about OCD last month that I have not known. Been diagnosed. I just got my 3rd diagnosis in my life in May. OCD is very prevalent in people that come from physically violent backgrounds. I was unaware of that. But it explains some things that we saw on the forums. Because the city's in the process of pulling all my medical records, so I'm actually getting a chance to see some stuff I've never seen before in my entire life. So it's kind of an interesting, interesting process. But yeah, it's just, yeah. So, I'm just OCD. I am. It's a very long road, so you have to work with a doctor. You don't work with a therapist. You work with a psychologist. Usually, they put you on SSRIs, which help you bridge the gap between where you are in a So obsessive compulsive disorder is intrusive thoughts. It's not what a lot of people assume it is. The things that people assume it is those are the tics. So you have to have usually the SSRIs serve as a bridge to help you tackle the intrusive thoughts and get your brain kind of back on a positive path. I'm considered so high functioning I wouldn't have even qualified for disability. There were a couple of key components to how I managed my OCD. One of them was meditation. I had that in my back pocket when I first got diagnosed, so that was something that was easy for me to lean into. The other thing was a sense of control on my life. I think I understood. I never was taught or explained. I was told it was partially genetic and partially can be developed, but I was never completely told, anything beyond that it's not really truly curable. Once we confirmed diagnosis, and I have a blood test diagnosis too. You're actually low on a hormone, I can't remember what they call it. But yeah, it was easier as a kid. I think as a kid, when I was a teenager, you're still in that learning mode. And for us, my intrusive thoughts were placed there. The things that I am dealing with mentally are not things that I am choosing to think about. And what's interesting is it was never that bad when I was a kid. So I was working with the other doctor, and she was working with me throughout the winter again. She had some clients, just didn't have a lot of appointments, so she was working with me for a few months. But we're in a place where it's never really been this bad. But they said so I did ask would I qualify for a disability? And there's concern about with how high functioning I've historically been that I probably wouldn't. And the reality is, up until I would say not even up until recently, I would say forever, including now, I've historically been incredibly embarrassed by it. This is not something I talk about on like a super regular basis. I'm trying to learn how to talk about it. I'm also trying to, what's the right word for it? I'm trying to exercise, I think, some patience with people that I've had in my life in the past for not really showing an interest or wanting to understand it. And that's one of my biggest problems, is like so many people like think that they understand it. And then you start asking, I can ask you like 1 or 2 questions and I can tell if someone truly understands it or not. And as a person who's known about this for 23 years now, I still don't even truly understand it. Like, it's weird. The biggest indicator to me is it does seem like lately I am choosing, not like consciously, subconsciously, I am choosing to kind of learn the lessons the hard way. And it's not so much self-sabotage. I don't think I've ever sabotaged myself. But like, I learn. But for some reason, like, if I learn a lesson the hard way, it never happens again. And I think subconsciously some part of me has figured that out. But one issue with OCD is that sometimes people can struggle to learn critical lessons in life. I've seen areas in my life where that's been an issue, but like right now I'm so blurry I can't really decipher just where I'm at. I just know I got these like 27, 28 things cycling over in my brain, and it's the same 27 and 28 things for the last 4+ years now, and it's getting to be a lot. So, but I think that one goes back into the bottle. It's just a matter of how long. Can we take the 6 to 9 month approach, or are we gonna have to take the 5 to 10 year approach? I think that's the question I have about that. It's gonna be the 5 to 10 year approach. Let's just stop right now, please. Getting like these really nasty blisters from pulling the wagon kind of all around town. And it's kind of getting uncomfortable to type with this hand over here. I feel like one is gonna pop. This middle one right here, I think, is gonna pop sometime soon. I don't want it to. It's gonna be nasty. So yeah, we'll try to get some rest here. 8 days, 10 nights. That's wild. We'll get some rest tonight, and then we'll see if we can get inside for maybe a night or two. Wonder where the Paneras are in Orange County. I want my free coffee if I end up going back down there. I mean, it's not. I mean, it's free now. It wasn't free on Saturday, but I'm telling you guys, that's like. That also tells you how cheap it is to make coffee. I was there on Saturday night till really late at night because I was trying to stay warm, and they were completely out of decaf at like 8:45. They close at 9, and I was like, hey. Could I? Because it really helps outside. And she was like, yeah. She went 10-15 minutes before close, and she made me a fresh thing of decaf. Definitely digging those homies. free cookie today. I think we might be getting ready to start moving though. I'm excited. At least a step. At least a step. Oh yeah, they were super nice today. They were really nice on Saturday too. Saturday I went there in the morning, I left, and then I came back later on in the day. I don't think I should do what I did today ever again though. There was like 2 or 3 other homeless that like I could tell they were like watching me. Cause like I definitely don't look like maybe I should put my collared Under Armour shirt on one of these times when I go in there. Like maybe look less like a bum. I can probably do that. But I mean guys, like me getting inside now, we can make more than 2 nights in a row. This is night number 4, 85. It was at 100% before I left this afternoon. Last time you're at Panera, the employees practically spit on you, so you got a good Panera, yeah. The Panera in Long Beach is also in a pretty nice part of town. So Panera, it's funny, they definitely have a target demographic. They're really shooting for that. They're kind of shooting for that kind of like working class, kind of like office job kind of folk. Like want to eat healthy, go to the gym in the morning. But man, that's a lot of bad calories over there. They're so bright. They give you a baguette with like every meal. Every half salad, every half, like everything comes with a baguette. If you want like a fruit cup or something, it's extra. So, but I had this blackberry hibiscus tea, and it's like 0 calories, but like I had like 6 of them, and I've been peeing like nonstop ever since. So, oh, you'll get there, Rose. You'll be able to travel around soon, no problem. Alright guys, I'm gonna clean my shit up. I'll be on Discord here probably in an hour, so I gotta go, I need to go check on my sleep spot. I need to make sure it's cleanable. I do have plans to get it clean and stuff. But there were people in that area earlier, so if it's not cleanable, I need to have time with sunlight to go and find a new spot. Last night was the most amount of other homeless people sleeping in this park, and I want to be very clear. The first night Roxy and I slept in this park, it was just Roxy and I. So I don't know where these people are coming from. And I don't know if I'm setting an example or something, but my favorite were the 2 people that decided to sleep on the grass, not 25 feet from where I'm currently sitting last night. They did not appear to have a tarp, so I hope they enjoyed that experience. But yeah guys, maybe tonight will be my last night sleeping outside. We can hope, right? I hope so. Maybe. Alright guys. Before I head off, I know we checked in earlier. Anyone got anything fun coming up tomorrow? You guys know my plans. Panera, doctor's appointments, nurse appointments actually technically, and then counselor appointment, and then I'm gonna try to get some rest. Thanks, Natalie. Like I mentioned earlier, I'm pretty sure it's going to be 130 over 70 again, but like, you know. Who knows, maybe having a salad this weekend will help. Nothing to report, guys. I'll be live tomorrow at some point. Yeah, guys. Appreciate you guys popping in and spending some time with me this evening. Appreciate you guys for sharing a little bit what happened in your day, too. Sorry for all the doom and gloom, but we're in full healthcare mode here once a week, so. As Sunday approaches, I start to get super anxious about my Tuesday appointments, and then my Tuesday appointments come and go, and then after my Tuesday appointment, I'm usually angry for like 5 hours straight. So. Yeah. Alright, guys. Either my body needs to give the doctor good news, or the nurse needs to lie to me and tell me good news that isn't true. I'll take either one at this point. So, okie dokes, guys. Again, appreciate all your guys' time and company, and appreciate you guys sharing too. I'll be back on tomorrow. Stay safe, guys. Take care.